back to another video. Today we're gonna be tinting the headlights on the Subaru. I have some yellow rally style tint that we're gonna be putting on the headlights of the Subaru. Before I do that though, I have to actually restore the headlights. I've already done the passenger side. I did it last night because I was really eager to get it done. So I still have to do the driver's side. So I'm gonna show you guys the process of that. This isn't a tutorial video or anything like that. I'm just gonna show you what I did. I'm using Cerakote's headlight restoration kit. I'll have a link down in the description for it. I'm not sponsoring this, obviously. It works really well. I'll show you guys the passenger side headlight. It's super nice, especially compared to the driver's side. Let's take a look at it real quick. All right, as you can see, you can probably tell right off the bat that this one is way clearer. So I've already used the Cerakote kit on it. I sanded it, wet sanded it, and then I put their ceramic coating on it, and it looks really nice. It's already dry. This one I have not done yet. This one still needs to be done. It's not, you know. Once I get done with that one, I do have to wait about an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, depending on how long I want to wait for the ceramic coating to dry on that before I can put tint on it. But I can go ahead and start doing the passenger side one, which is what we'll do first. I'm only gonna film me tinting the passenger side because it's literally the same thing on the other side. It's just, you know, the other side, but it's the same exact process. So this video is gonna be pretty short. So let's get to it. All right, so here's the Cerakote headlight tint. I've already got everything unboxed, obviously, because I've already used it. But it comes with basically everything you need to restore your headlights. Box is really cool too. It's got a Mustang on the box, which is really sweet. But here's our sandpaper. It comes with two 2000 grit pads and two 3000 grit pads, which should be enough for you. They were enough for me. If not, you can get like a 1500 grit piece of sandpaper from somewhere. Comes with some oxidization remover pads, which I only use 2 of them on the other headlight. You're supposed to use all 4 of these on one headlight, but mine aren't that bad, so I'll probably just do the same and only use 2. Then we have our ceramic clear coat wipes, which is really nice. This only needs 1 coat right here. Only apply a single coat. You don't need multiple coats of this stuff. It works just good with 1. So let's get to restoring the driver's side, and then we can start the tint. So first things first, we're gonna use our oxidization removing wipes. This is what they look like here. That's what they look like. They're kind of weird. They feel weird, but basically, we're going to wipe this down, this whole headlight down, in a circular motion. All right, so rinsing these off, I'm just using a little spray bottle here with water in it. I'm not like you don't really have to use a water hose for this. You could, you know, but I'm using just a little spray bottle, just getting all this off. All right, so we got that all rinsed off. Now we can move on to wet sanding. Wet sanding is, you know, pretty self-explanatory. Just get you a little spray bottle with some water in it, or a water hose, whatever you want to use. Get the sandpaper they give you and just sand it. It's pretty, again, very self-explanatory. So I'm gonna go grab that sandpaper and then we can start wet sanding. Then I will rinse it off again, dry it off, and then we can hit it with the ceramic coating wipe. And then let it dry for, it says an hour. I'll probably let it sit for like 2 minutes before, or not 2, sorry, 2 hours before I start putting tint on it. So let's go ahead and start wet sanding. And they send you 2 pads. So this red one here is going to be the one you're going to use first, is your 2000 grit, and then here's your 3000. This is the one you're going to use last. So let's get to it. I'll just set that right up there. I'll go ahead and spray my pad first. Now they do include the yellow little thing, grabber thing, whatever you want to call it. I'm not using it because of how curved my headlights are. My headlights are pretty curved, so it just doesn't really make sense for me to use it. I tried to use it last night on the other one and it just wasn't working. So if you have, you know, flat headlights, then it would work perfect, but for me, it's not gonna work. So we're just gonna do it, you know, without it. I would say that's probably good enough. I mean, again, my headlights honestly aren't really that bad. They're just, you know, a little foggy. They weren't, you know, terrible. Obviously, if they were way worse than that, I would keep going, but I think that we're fine with 2000, with the 2000 right now. So I'll move on to my 3000, which is right here. I'm gonna go get more water. My little water bottle is out of water, unfortunately. So I'm gonna go refill, and then I'll come back and we'll hit it with 3000, dry it off, and then we can rub our ceramic coating on it. All right, I would say that's probably good enough. Toss that over there, rinse this off one more time. Then we can go get a paper towel and dry it off. Or I could let it air dry, but you know, I want to get this done. So I'm gonna go grab a paper towel, dry it off. And once I dry it off, you'll see that this will be foggy, you know. And then once it's dry, we can put our ceramic coat on. So as you can see, now that we've wet sanded and everything, our light is nice and foggy. It is definitely not smoother than it was before though. So now that we've got it, now that I've got it dry, I'm gonna come back over it with our ceramic coat wipe and we'll be done. And then we can actually move on to the tinting. So let's do it. So here is the ceramic coating wipe. It's just it's just a wipe, just like the clean wipes. It's a little crusty in there. I don't really know what that is. I don't know if that's the coating that's dried or what, but here's our wipe. So basically all we need to do is just wipe it using 50% overlaps. And there we go, that's it. So now I can put this back in here, toss in the trash. Now, just have to let this dry for an hour. I'll probably let it dry for an hour. It's nice outside today. So I think that we can let it dry for an hour and it'll be fine for tinting. So this is gonna protect the headlights for probably, you know, a few years, I would imagine. Plus the tint, I would imagine will do a little bit too. Anyways, we're gonna let this dry. Let's move on to the passenger side so that we can start the tint. Let's do it. All right, moving on to the tint. I've got a few tools. Obviously, I've got our yellow tint. This is a Vivid air release tint. This tint is really nice because it doesn't require any water. You just put it on and it goes. I've got some scissors to cut the tint, obviously. I've got a squeegee here, and I've also got some of these. I ordered these a couple weeks ago just for this. This is just some, I guess these are technically squeegees. For, you know, small corners and everything. They're different hardnesses. So this one right here, this blue one, is gonna be the softest one, so it bends super easy, and the red is a little bit harder, and then the black is really rigid. So I got these just for this purpose. You know, I'll leave a link to these down in the description as well if you're interested. And obviously also got a heat gun. I'll have to go grab it. It's the one thing I forgot to bring over here. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut our length out real quick though. Before I go and grab it, I might as well just cut that length out. See if we even have enough to do this, to do both headlights. I would imagine we do, but you always want to be sure. So I think probably like right about here will be good. I think that'll be good right there. As far as coverage goes, it looks like it'll covered pretty well. I'm gonna go ahead and peel this back. My headlight's already clean, so I'm gonna go ahead and peel this back and start to stick it on. So as you can see, I don't know if it'll show up on the phone, but there's lots of little air channels in this, like there is on vinyl wrap, and that's why this stuff is super nice, because you can wrap, you know, it doesn't require any water. It's purely air release. Alright, so looks like we got it. We are officially done with this side. I'll have to come back later and get some of these air bubbles out, but it looks okay. You know, it looks good. It's tinted. You know, it's obviously not perfect, but again, I'm not a professional, so that's it. It looks good though. I like how it turned out. Since I've done one side, the other side should be a lot easier. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, consider subscribing. Also, you know, feel free to comment any tips if you have any for the next time I decide to do some tinting. Next time I'll be tinting the taillights on the Subaru, which probably are not gonna be as involving as the headlights. But if you have any tips, please feel free to leave them down below, or any criticisms, you know, go ahead, have at it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Stay cool, guys.